It's week 5 of the 2024 season, and the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Browns and the Commanders, and it comes your way next on Madden Football.
Head out about 10 miles or so from the Capitol Mall, and you will arrive here at Northwest Stadium, just outside of Washington, D.C. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about this Commanders team coming into play here today.
Now, losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Meanwhile, for the Browns here, it's been all systems go in this first month. They're off to a 4-0 start.
And it's got folks believing that this is a team that's built to go all the way. You can't win the Super Bowl in September, but they're telling everyone that they're going to be there in the end.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports.
And he takes this near the 25, just a little past there, call it the 26.
So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense.
They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stand an even keel, doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Lawrence. And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down.
It'll be a loss of 5 there as his safety blitz winds up paying off. And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long.
Lawrence will throw.
Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And he backs it away, and it falls down incomplete. Now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
And now it looks like he's in some discomfort after being tackled at the end of that return.
While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Down. Hut.
Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
We look at this Browns defense.
They played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's about what you consider the break-even mark. If you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course. A pretty nice effort.
38. Come on, set. Ready?
Running on 1st down, Eckler. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Let's go. Hut.
To throw is Mariota. Pressure comes, and down he goes.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Brings up 3rd down.
How to approach this. 3rd down and 16 yards to go.
Set. Hut. Ready.
Mariota.
And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
Now the former Oklahoma Sooner Tress Way on to punt the football.
Back deep, Nyheim Hines.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Runs through the contact. A punt of 46, a return of 5. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
On play action, Lawrence.
On the move to his left. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Here's Lawrence. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Browns 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
They go up the middle with Chubb, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
No daylight for him to run through there, and he ran into the defensive tackle, and that guy blocks a whole lot of daylight as it is. He is truly a big man who just made a big play.
Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
On 4th down on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10.
Ready.
They'll start with the option.
Holding. Offense.
That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold them.
Got this complete to Jahan Dotson.
And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this 1st quarter.
Second quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's Washington in possession of the football.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
As they've got it as we resume action.
Eckler now between the tackles. Gets past 1 man. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Mariota now. Zacchaeus here hauling it in. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd down at 7.
Mariota to throw it. Middle of the field, he's got McLaurin.
And he will cover up as he's touched down after a short gain. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st.
Here we go. Here we go. Hut, hut.
Mariota.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have a Commander's 1st down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
Let's go now. Hut, hut.
They'll run for the 1st time here with Brian Robinson.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14.
Down. Ready.
Here's Mariota.
This a quick slant, and he's got Terry McLaurin.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Ready, set.
So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a 1st.
Set. Ready. Set.
Now Mariota.
That's out wide here for Robinson.
And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the 1st down.
Rodrigo Blankenship on for the field goal. A 47-yard attempt.
Blankenship's kick is good. And it's 3-0 Washington. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They go play action with Lawrence. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
And it's Washington that scoops it up.
And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13.
Option play, and they'll give to Eckler.
And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. So that one will get them halfway to the first down marker. 7 yards makes it 3rd and 7 now.
Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Throwing is Mariota.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. Out there is Rodrigo Blankenship in the field goal unit.
From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt.
Blankenship's kick is good.
And they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0.
So the fumble recovery had them set up in ideal field position, but they can muster only 3 points out of it.
Yeah, when you're able to force turnovers, especially when it results in field position like they have, you really want to make it hurt. Here, they take the field goal. That's definitely not what they were hoping for.
Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive.
And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. First down now, but that clock rolling.
Here's Lawrence to throw.
Throw left side complete. That's Hines. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47.
Now Lawrence.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Barney, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
That is caught.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. First down now, but the clock continues to move.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. And the throw led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That play call wasn't there for them against that coverage. So they're going to spin the dial now in their playbook and come up with one more shot at the marker to try and keep this series going.
From the gun on third down, Lawrence.
Njoku pulls this one in. He's got it for a Cleveland touchdown. A great play there as the first half is winding down.
And the Browns have tied the ball game with a chance to take the lead into the locker room.
We've been together a few years, and you know that I really ride the wave of old momentum, don't I?
Yes, you do.
There is a heck of a difference between being down 6 and possibly being up 1. And right now, they've got that opportunity.
No doubt. That is a big-time score and a big-time swing in momentum.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a tie ball game here heading to break. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you, too, in just a bit. But first, let's get everybody caught up with what's going on around the NFL here in Week 5. We'll get started up at Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati. And it's the Ravens who have the lead as they play the second quarter. Zay Flowers with a touchdown catch from Lamar Jackson. From there, we head to Foxborough to check on the Patriots at home at Gillette Stadium. And in that one, it's the visiting Dolphins who are out in front. Odell Beckham, a touchdown reception. Lastly, let's get to the Windy City, see what's happening with the Bears at home at Soldier Field. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. Keenan Allen with a touchdown reception from Caleb Williams. We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. They're all even to this point. This has the feeling of a game that could go right down to the wire. One mistake or one big play could turn out to be the difference. Both teams finishing up their final adjustments. We're ready for the second half as we get back up to DC and give it back to Brandon Godden.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far.
All even through one half of football as we get back underway in quarter number 3. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Washington offense ready to go to begin the third quarter. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one. And we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee-wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Third down now. Those last two plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points.
Good contain. No gain on the screen, and it'll bring up fourth down.
You know, in boxing, they throw in the towel. In this case, you just kind of wave the white flag, and you think to yourself, if he can just get past that initial wave, he's got a chance to get free. But that screen, it was going nowhere from the start. It forces a fourth down.
That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And they will take over first and 10. Now Lawrence to throw. Going out wide, finds Chubb.
Let's go.
And they're going to speed things up here.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 30-yard line.
Now Lawrence. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. From the gun on third down, Lawrence. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. They'll look to throw again. Forced out to, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Dorrance Armstrong. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Throwing on second and long. Lawrence. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. Fights him off. Good coverage there, holds him to just a 2-yard return following a punt of 44. And the Washington offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it first and 10. Throwing, Mariota. And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete. That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
Well, you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers getting together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get the sense they got together for a lot of extra time this week to try and improve that passing percentage, and it's worked out quite well.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the... And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. There's a sack, a loss of 3, and in turn, it takes us to a 4th down. Here's Tressway now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. A 40-yard punt, no return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up.
Here's Hines.
And he carries this one past the midfield stripe and into Commander territory. Here now, 3rd and a yard.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. And again, it's Chubb. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Jamin Davis there to bring him down.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Back now at Commanders Field.
All even as we get ready to start the 4th.
2nd and 10.
Up the middle, it's Chubb. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Lawrence. And this is going to be intercepted.
Jeremy Chin picks it off. And the Commanders are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the 4th quarter.
And Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Mears used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now Mariota.
Complete, it's Dotson.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
From the 46, here's 2nd and a yard.
To throw Mariota. Complete to Zacchaeus. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. To throw is Mariota. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. Only able to gain a couple there. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. And everybody thinking about the possible field goal on 4th. It would be 58 yards from here. Mariota. On the screen, this is Eckler. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the 1st down. Here's Tressway now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. And they're looking at 4th down now in this tie ball game.
The Browns set to take over. Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. Lawrence.
They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
For as many sacks as this defense has, you can understand their willingness to try and get upfield and get another. So what a really smart play call here to use their aggression against them, go with the screen, and they're able to get the first down.
And he will get out of bounds here as well. What a play. Big yardage. They stop the clock, and they move it to the boundary of field goal range as well. Back to throw. Lawrence. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
He was unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Here's Lawrence. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down.
Third and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure, and if you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback, and then make sure you blanket the field.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts,
as he'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. This is Hines.
And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down. The Commanders going to use the second of their timeouts.
That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
Second down, 8 yards to go.
Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And he'll get this one down to about the 27.
Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout.
As they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. On third down, it's Nick Chubb. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22.
Holding offense.
So that run play nullified by the holding call on the tight end.
Yeah, I just think he needs to get off the ball a lot quicker and get into the block a little bit more effectively. Then he doesn't have to reach and grab and try and hold on.
Following the penalty, Chubb pushes him over.
And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. Now we get a stoppage because, as you can see, a member of the Commanders in some obvious discomfort. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. All 3 timeouts still at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10 now.
They run it again with Chubb. He will push his way down to about the 14.
They'll come up now. 2nd and 9.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
And we are set for a great finish as that timeout comes in with 2 seconds to go in this football game.
Well, the entire game coming down to this kick from Cade York.
2 seconds on the clock. This for the win. And it is good. He splits the uprights on the chip shot. And the Browns are going to win the football game.
Well, obviously, Charles, this was by no means an offensive track meet. I mean, the defenses were the story in this ball game. But, hey, they got enough points to get the job done. And at the end of the day, that's all that matters.
You're absolutely right about that, partner. In such a low-scoring game, it completely changes everything you had planned to do out there. Fortunately for them, they got just enough scoring to bring home the win. And in this type of a game, to play their defense, that became one of their biggest keys.
So for the Browns, their strong September has carried over to October as they move to 5-0. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Philly to take on the Eagles. Meanwhile, for Washington, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll be on the road next week for